Hello, everyone, and you're inside the Philadelphia Soul locker room as we take you inside the Philadelphia Soul and we get ready for the Soul's next game against the Portland Thunder. Coming right up here on the Comcast Network, I'm Lou Tilley along with Tom Goodhines, and the team off to a terrific start, Tom, at 5-0, trying to stretch it to 6-0 later today. How will they do that?
Well, you got to keep doing what you've been doing and doing it right. So in order to get that extra win, it's protecting the football, putting pressure on their offense, and just keep making those little plays that they've needed to. The onside kicks, making those little plays and getting where the ball is. So if they effectively do it the way they have been doing it, we expect to see another win.
Tom and I will be calling the action for you right here on the Comcast Network, and he'll be back later in the show to set up the game in more detail. But right now, sit back and enjoy Inside the Soul. It's the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore. Welcome back from inside the Soul locker room. It is the Soul Insider. I'm Lou Tilley, and joined by the entire coaching staff here. Newcomer to the squad, Derek Stingley joins us, running the defense now for Clint Dolezel, back as the head coach, and Phil Bogle, who handles the lines on both sides for how many years now, Phil?
It'll be my fourth year.
Fourth year, and a member of the championship team right here, Phil. And that's what they're trying to get back to. And guys, congratulations, off to a 5-0 start. And Clint, it almost killed you a year ago at this point because you started slowly and had to try to dig out of that hole the whole year.
Yeah, we started out really slow last year, went 0-3. Two really tough environments, then went down into Arizona and Spokane, San Jose. It's really tough to get a win there. And should have got the Arizona one, San Jose, when they just kicked our butts last year and then kind of got away from us against Tampa. So, yeah, starting out 0-3 is not the way to go, especially in our division.
And then there were the 3 last-second losses to the arch rivals from Cleveland, but you've already chased that ghost as you chased them out of the Wells Fargo Center. 2 home games already. The Soul undefeated as they come back for the game to follow here on the Comcast Network against Portland. Let's get right into that. Derek, the big difference I think a lot of people have seen is the work that you and the rest of the staff have accomplished with your Soul defense this year. What's been the difference?
Well, I think the major issue is the fact that, Coach Dolezel is actually on the sidelines, in the box, and he gives me the opportunity to run what I want to run to where we can communicate. Where before, if he was calling the plays last year, he was always out on the field. There was no way or no room for him to actually speak with the defensive backs or the defense while he's out there on the offense. So if there's something that goes wrong, we can actually communicate, myself on the defense side and him on the offensive side. So it kind of helps us a little bit to where we can keep both sides.
Doesn't give you a little break, Clint? Focus a little more?
No doubt. Well, and obviously our offense is doing a lot better too. With me not being on the field on defense, I'm able to talk to Dan, fix the receivers, get things going the right direction over there, talk to them, and then turn around and watch, what's going on defense and picking apart the subtle things that, maybe not going right or things that are going well, that are going well for us. And, like you said, we communicate well.
Now that we've heard all that, Phil, what's really been the difference? Let's get a quick start.
We got a great locker room. That's I think where this whole thing starts. Our success starts.
Yes, it's nice. Nice paint job, and
we got a lot of good character guys in here. No ego guys. These guys just want to come to work. They put their hard hats on and get their lunch pail, and we go to work every day. So it's definitely a test to those guys.
What about that, guys? I mean, the team that kind of left here, there were 15 changes from a year ago, and they had been here for 3 years with Clint, came up from Dallas. Sometimes you just need a fresh start? Is it just...
Oh, no doubt. Nothing against the guys that are not here with us anymore, but, we got a lot of new faces in here. Not just... Really, it's one other team. We brought in a lot of Pittsburgh guys, which were through him, which was one of the reasons we got
Derek
him in
was
here
a head
as well.
coach with the Pittsburgh Power,
and got those guys in. They're all good guys. I think that's what we went after the most this year. We wanted good football players, obviously, but we went after character guys as well.
By the way, for those of you who might recognize the name, Derek's dad was the great Darryl Stingley with the New England Patriots, who I got to meet when I was a young reporter up in the Boston area, and it was my pleasure. It's good to see the fine character that Dad passed on to you. Just want to throw that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, how about the line play up front? The last couple of years, your offensive line was one of the best, and you made some changes again, and it's still one of the best.
Yeah, we have a high standard that we like to follow from the guys before and still now. We've changed some guys in. We brought some guys in with Shannon Breen in the middle, their center spot. He was second team All Arena last year center, and he's definitely filling that role there with Neil Tivis. Adam Smith is obviously stepping into his second year role with us, and he's doing great there. And Tommy Taggart, he's the leader of that group. Stepping in at the fullback spot. We know that he had big shoes to fill there. So
We'll come back to that, but you're certainly right about that. Clint, you also made some significant changes at wide receiver, where the game really is made, where the bread is made. You let go of a great receiver, Tiger Jones, but you bring in Marco Thomas. And how about Ryan McDaniel recovering from a career-threatening injury?
No, we'll start with Ryan there. There was never a doubt that Ryan was going to come back, because that's who Ryan is. He's a work hard guy. I mean, that's why he's playing well in this league. He's not the most talented guy, no questions asked, but he plays hard. He plays with his emotions, on his sleeve, and he works, more than anybody out there. I think that's why he's not overly fast, and he's smart. He's going to be in the right spot. And he deserves everything he's getting right now.
Pretty good hands down there.
Great hands. That's definitely his best quality, is his hands. No question.
I mean, when you watch there, if you sit down, you come down to Wells Fargo Center and see this in person. When Dan and the offense are down inside that 15-yard line, Dan is not pulling back anymore. He is letting it fly. And because Ryan has made some one-hand grabs down there, including the win over Orlando that got you off to the great start.
Right. No, he had back-to-back, top 10 ESPN plays.
Right.
So he's doing a lot of things right for us. He actually filled Tiger's spot. He took his position, and so if you want to get right down to it, we have all new receivers this year because he's playing a different position.
Well, when we come back, you're going to meet at least one of them. I'm going to take you down to the locker room as the Soul get ready to take on Portland and try to stretch it to 6-0. We'll be right back with more of the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore. The Soul take on the Orlando Predators at the Wells Fargo Center on May 8th. At 7:30, it's law enforcement night, and the Soul Field Zone is the perfect way to take in the game. The exclusive VIP Field Zone offers all-inclusive seating with unparalleled views of the field that put you right in the heart of the action. They include all-you-can-eat buffet with wine and beer included, free parking, and post-game field passes. Reserve your Field Zone seats by calling the Soul at 888-789-SOUL or go to PhiladelphiaSoul.com for more.
The Soul Insider, presented by Foods Galore, is sponsored by Pro Systems. Pro Systems Audio, one of Philadelphia's finest audio, video, and lighting contracting firms. By Independence Blue Cross. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Dynasty Sports Group. And by The Judge Group. The Judge Group. People-powered business solutions.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Nick Crum, the voice of the Philadelphia Soul, and I am here today to announce my training regimen for the 2015 Football Championship, and the players go for the Arena Football Championship. You know how they train, they work out, they go through training camp. Well, I have a training camp of my own, and Foods Galore has come up with a regimen for me that's going to get me in game shape for the 2015 season. So come along, won't you? And let's see what Foods Galore's got in store for me this year for the Football Championship.
The Judge Group delivers innovative business solutions powered by top talent.
Whether you need to develop cloud strategies, mobile applications, complex business solutions, we have all the tools needed to provide those services.
The Judge Group can provide direct hire, contract recruiting, and executive search recruiting.
The Judge Group specializes in instructor-based training, custom learning solutions, and training-related staffing.
The Judge Group, people-powered business solutions.
Arena football is the fastest game on turf, and it's coming to Atlantic City on May 30th when Ron Jaworski's Philadelphia Soul hosts the Las Vegas Outlaws in the inaugural DraftKings Boardwalk Bowl at historic Boardwalk Hall. This is football like you've always wanted it. Fast, furious, and high scoring. For tickets to this historic event, go to PhiladelphiaSoul.com. Sign up for DraftKings today and use promo code SOUL to win a VIP experience pack for the game. The Tropicana Atlantic City is the official casino and resort of the Boardwalk Bowl.
Welcome back. You're watching the Soul Insider, and up next, the Soul try to go to 6-0 as they take on Portland. A couple hours now before game time here at the Wells Fargo Center. This is how everyone gets ready. The cheerleaders are out there getting loose, going through their routines. And right over here, the top quarterback in the AFL right now. This is Dan Raudabaugh, who will be in action in pads for the Soul again. In his fourth season now with Philadelphia, and Dan's off to a great start. Let's see if we can get a word with him after he tosses a ball to Ryan McDaniel here as he gets loose. Danny, this is a couple hours now before game time, but you're always out here 3 hours beforehand. What is it that you're working on this early on before a game?
Well, before the game, some guys like to, take a nap, get here a little late, take a shower before the game, whatever. I like to get out and get a good sweat going. Find the spots on the field. We like to hit the corners, so posting corners, find the good areas we're looking for. Get in rhythm and, just get the receivers to feel for the ball. So
it's no accident, is it, in game pressure? When you're under the pressure from those big linemen, you're thrown to spots sometimes just by practice and repetition, right?
Yeah, for sure. And, it's been drilled in our head by Coach Dalzell. It's all about timing and spots. So if I can get the ball in the right spot on time, we're normally in good shape. So
sometimes I'll see you out here a couple hours before, and even if Ryan McDaniel is over your shoulder right now, one of your prime wide receivers, you'll even take some of the linemen, won't you? Put them in the corners and try to hit the spots.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, spots are key for us. So whoever wants to go catch them before a game, we're welcome to anyone coming out here and getting better. But yeah, Adam does a good job for us, or whoever's out here wanting to get warm, get ready. Practicing touchdowns is always a good thing.
Thanks for taking your time, Dan. Have a good one. As the Soul try to go to 6-0, and we'll be back with more inside the Soul Insider. The Soul take on the Orlando Predators at the Wells Fargo Center on May 8th at 7:30. It's law enforcement night, and the Soul Field Zone is the perfect way to take in the game. The exclusive VIP Field Zone offers all-inclusive seating with unparalleled views of the field that put you right in the heart of the action. They include all-you-can-eat buffet with wine and beer included, free parking, and post-game field passes. Reserve your Field Zone seats by calling the Soul at 888-789-SOUL or go to PhiladelphiaSoul.com for more.
You know Colonial Marble and Granite is the nation's leading countertop fabricator. You know the selection and prices are unbeatable. And you know the famous $19.99 fully installed countertop special. Now, Colonial Marble and Granite is even better. We've expanded with new showrooms in Center City, Philadelphia, Delaware, Central Pennsylvania, and of course, King of Prussia. More convenience and selection. The best prices and service. Colonial Marble and Granite. Experience does matter. Visit any of our 4 showrooms today and online at colonialmarble.net.
The Fantasy Sports Hall of Fame presents former accountant Derek Bradley. DraftKings One Day Fantasy Baseball took him from a guy with holes in his underpants to a guy with bikini models in them.
How do they do it?
DraftKings.com. They have one-day games, so you're not locked in. It's like a new season every time you play. And best of all, you could win a shipload of money.
Play with DraftKings, the official daily fantasy partner of MLB. Play with promo code HIT and get free entry in our daily contest. Get to DraftKings.com.
What makes this escape extraordinary? Everything leading up to it. We've got it. Tropicana Casino and Resort. Book your room today.
What's up, Soul fans? It's Vita Crumb. My training this week takes me to the Great Northeast and a landmark spot that I know you know, and if you don't, you will after today. This is the dining car. Why do people come here? What is the dish that brings everybody out of the woodwork to come to the dining car for 53 years?
Well, we've been around a long time. We're a great community. We have wonderful customers, but our favorite is the chicken croquette. People love them. They come from all over for the chicken croquette.
Chicken croquette.
And welcome back to the Soul Insider, brought to you by Foods Galore with Derek Stingley, head coach Clint Tozell, assistant coach Phil Bogle, as the Soul, coming up next, try to stretch it out to 6-0 on the season. By the way, the franchise best start, 9-0 in the championship season back in 2008. Maybe that's within sight. No one likes to think ahead. Phil, let's look ahead to this game a little bit. And we only see Portland once a year. What is it that you do see on the game tape?
They're a fight hard team. You know, they've got two good coaches and you know, Coach Hohensee and Coach Neto, experienced coaches. So you know, they're going to present some things to try to throw us off a little bit. You know, talented on both sides. You know, they're not really flawed at any real position, so they're going to be a tough test for us.
Derek, when I see them, it looks like they have some big, strong receivers. So they present some special problems for you and your defense?
They have some guys that with some big body, from Lacey to Howard to Perry. These guys has been around the game for a minute and being coached by Hohensee. Pretty sure he's going to have something up his sleeve, but at the same time, we feel like that it's a challenge that we're up for. You know, we think that we can scheme enough to where we can make some good plays against them and get on top.
Did we see some changes in your offense last week in the win over New Orleans, Clint, with the return to the running game and Tommy Taggart 3 touchdowns to start the game off the rush game?
Yeah, well, I think there's going to be games like that for us. That was, you know, I really wanted more out of that because once we started that way, I kind of got in the groove and wanted to really get him involved in it. And you know, it was just one of those games, the nature of it flowed that way. You know, we were able to get a big run right off the bat, and that got everybody going. And situations, being inside the 20, inside the 10, that's where I like to run the ball, and we were there a lot. So just worked out that way, and he's going to have many more just like that.
Let's talk about your other 2 new wide receivers, and you know one of them, SK, came over from Pittsburgh, and Marco Thomas was on that trip with us to China a couple of years ago, and boy, what a talented player.
Receiver of the year last year, so we were very fortunate to get him late during training camp. And you mentioned SK, great player. I feel like he's going to win in a deep route every time I put him in motion, so that's a very great comfort to have. And you know, back to Marco, he's got it all. You know, they call him Speedy. He can run. He's got great hands. He's made some unbelievable catches for us already as well. And you know, we're not mentioning Boyce, Xavier Boyce. He's a great one too. Great young find for us. He's 6'4". 220 pounds, and he can roll, so he's a great fit for us.
A week from now, actually 6 days, on the 8th, Friday night, the Soul will come home to take on Orlando, and we'll see them a couple of times. It'll start a 3-week tour against the Florida teams, guys. And that first Orlando game, what a way to start the year. It was in doubt till the very last play of the game, Phil.
Yeah, and you know, it was a great challenge for us right off the bat, I think, just to kind of set the tone for our season, set the tone for our team, and show, you know, Philadelphia what this new team is all about. We're fighters, we're scrappers, just like, you know, the city is known for, blue collar, hard-working team, and you know, that's what we put out there.
So they're 5-0. The coaches have been wearing their black polo shirts through all 5 games, and I assume you'll be wearing them again in this game.
We like the stripes.
We like the stripes.
Yeah, we like the stripes.
And the beards continue to grow as well.
They are growing.
Led by Ryan McDaniel, Fear the Beard. We'll tell you more about this game coming up thanks to coaches Stingley, Dolezal, and Bogle. I'll be back from the locker room right after this as the Soul Insider continues, brought to you by Foods Galore.
Arena football comes to the Atlantic City Boardwalk Hall May 30th as the Philadelphia Soul host the Las Vegas Outlaws in the first ever DraftKings Boardwalk Bowl at the historic Boardwalk Hall. For your tickets, call 888-789-SOUL or go to PhiladelphiaSoul.com. And sign up for DraftKings today and use promo code SOUL to win a VIP experience pack for the game. That's the first ever DraftKings Boardwalk Bowl, May 30th.
Hi, I'm Tony Mitchell, Brinker Simpson & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We offer comprehensive financial compliance and tax services. As Philadelphia's leading tax and advisory firm, we let our clients say it best.
Tony and his team at Brinker Simpson provided the expertise of a large accounting firm, but didn't forget their small business roots.
Brinker Simpson has a clear business vision that looks beyond spreadsheets and numbers and sees opportunities.
At Brinker Simpson, firm relationships build success.
With the card accepted by 90% of doctors and specialists in the Philadelphia region, you have the compassion and security of Blue Cross, giving you the freedom to relish right now. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless.
I am your connection to the road. Performance at your fingertips. Your voice-activated smartphone. Your navigator on an 8-inch touchscreen display. I'm your safety, and security. I am your totally redesigned Sonata. And right now, I'm all yours for an incredibly low $139 a month. Or get a Sonata Hybrid with up to $5,000 in total savings, only at your Hyundai dealer.
What's up, everybody? It's Andy Crum, the voice of the Philadelphia Soul, and I am here today to announce my training regimen for the 2015 Football Championship, and the players go for the Arena Football Championship. You know how they train, they work out, they go through training camp. Well, I have a training camp of my own, and Foods Galore has come up with a regimen for me that's going to get me in game shape for the 2015 season. So come along, won't you? And let's see what Foods Galore's got in store for me this year for the Football Championship.
Welcome back to the Soul Insider. On the field here at the Wells Fargo Center, the Soul getting ready to play on this evening. Lou Tilley here along with Dan McCartney, who runs the Burt Bell Youth Football Program. And Dan, I'm sorry to say that you guys have been around for 50 years, and I grew up playing here, but I didn't know the great job you're doing with the kids in football all around the area.
Well, thank you. Yes, we've been around. We're going into our 53rd season this year, and we're based in Delaware County, Chester County, and northern Newcastle County of Delaware.
How many kids are playing football in the Burt Bell Youth Football Program?
Right now we have about 6,000 football players and roughly 2,500 to 2,700 cheerleaders.
Well, this is what I wanted to get into. The Soul very active in the community on the youth level, and now you're working on a partnership with the Soul, but the most important thing is that you're addressing the seriousness of head injuries in our sport and in football, and you're working on a program together to bring awareness to the kids and to teach them about it.
Yes, we started a partnership with the Soul this year in conjunction with the Rothman Institute and the Jefferson Concussion Awareness Team. So we're having seminars for our parents and our coaches to actually break down a concussion and teach them exactly what a concussion is, how to diagnose it, how to work through it, and the long-term effects and recovery from it.
It must be a big issue for you and all your coaches right now.
Yes, the health and safety of our players is definitely the biggest topic that we face all the time, and the concussion awareness. We want to teach everybody that, youth football is a very safe sport to play, and concussions are a minimal part of the game.
So the Soul is getting out in front of this now, along with the Rothman Institute and the Jefferson Concussion Center for awareness, and they're going to come out to what? Each one of your teams, each one of your coaches, players will come out, maybe draws, and talk to the kids along with an expert from Jefferson.
Yes, we're going to have seminars throughout the year this year with the team, where for our parents, our coaches, anyone in the league. It'll be open to anyone in the league who wants to come out and participate in the seminar. We'll have the doctors there. We'll have players from the Soul, coaches, and make things go together.
Should be interesting. I'll bet the kids learn a lot, and they get to meet the Soul players and the coaches and that sort of thing as well. And there's a little payoff for the kids too, because they're going to start coming out to the Soul games, and there's a little benefit in them for them.
Yes, we have it worked out with the Soul where any of our players who attend a Soul game for the next 3 games, they will receive free baseline testing from the Jefferson Institute.
Dan, concussion's a big issue for all of our youth sports, right? And you're becoming more aware of that, not just football, right?
Not just football, yes. It's very common in a lot of sports, soccer, hockey, but football takes the bad rap most of the time.
Dan McCartney, looks like you played a little gridiron wars yourself there.
Yeah, played a little bit, yes.
Hope you enjoy. Is this your first shot at indoor arena football with the Soul here?
No, this will be. I've been here before, but this is. I'm being more involved now that with our partnership, and I actually enjoy it. I didn't realize how fun it is to watch
Keep
the
the
game.
pads ready. You never know when we might need you.
Absolutely. That
You're
would be
watching
great.
the Soul Insider and the Soul with another great partnership with the Burt Bell Youth Football Association.
Arena football is the fastest game on turf, and it's coming to Atlantic City on May 30th when Ron Jaworski's Philadelphia Soul hosts the Las Vegas Outlaws in the inaugural DraftKings Boardwalk Bowl at historic Boardwalk Hall. This is football like you've always wanted it. Fast, furious, and high scoring. For tickets to this historic event, go to PhiladelphiaSoul.com. Sign up for DraftKings today and use promo code SOUL to win a VIP experience pack for the game. The Tropicana Atlantic City is the official casino and resort of the Boardwalk Bowl.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Andy Crum, and the first stop on my Foods Galore quest for the Arena Football Championship is right here in Montgomeryville at Pumpernick's Restaurant and Delicatessen. So, Jeff, how has been working with Foods Galore changed the way you do business?
We strive to be an authentic New York deli. They carry a lot of products, so it makes that very easy for us. Their service is outstanding, really easy to deal with drivers, the owners, their salespeople. Makes it very easy for us.
That's fantastic.
What makes this escape extraordinary? Everything leading up to it. We've got it. Tropicana Casino and Resort. Book your room today.
The Soul take on the Orlando Predators at the Wells Fargo Center on May 8th at 7:30. It's law enforcement night, and the Soul Field Zone is the perfect way to take in the game. The exclusive VIP Field Zone offers all-inclusive seating with unparalleled views of the field that put you right in the heart of the action. They include all-you-can-eat buffet with wine and beer included, free parking, and post-game field passes. Reserve your Field Zone seats by calling the Soul at 888-789-SOUL or go to PhiladelphiaSoul.com for more.
If you haven't been down, try to get down on Friday night. That's a fun time for you as the Soul hopefully will try to stretch out the season to 7-0. But first things first, Tom Goodhines, and that's the game coming up next year on the Comcast Network, as the Soul take on the Portland Thunder. Dan Rodabaugh, his jersey right over my shoulder here. What a great year he's had so far.
It's been very consistent. You know, obviously protecting the football is a huge part in any level of football, but Dan's been very effective on it this year. Throw 34 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. You know you're doing something right. You find the right targets, and you got them. You got a Marco Thomas, and you got a Ryan McDaniel who's leading the league in scoring, so that's been very effective.
Ryan has kind of become his go-to guy down there in tight quarters inside the 10-yard line where you really have to drill the ball, and he's shown exceptional hands on some of those hard throws from Dan.
Well, Ryan's, just his story alone, coming back from the Achilles injury, he came to the team on an open tryout, and just his mentality is just spread like wildfire. The chemistry we talked about earlier, his ability to pull everybody together from his work ethic has been phenomenal, and the results have shown it.
Let's get up to the booth. Coming up next, Soul Football right here on the Comcast Network as they try to go to 6-0 and take on the Portland Thunder. That's it for now. For the Soul Insider, I'm Lou Tully along with Tom Goodhines, brought to you by Foods Galore.
The Soul Insider, presented by Foods Galore, is sponsored by Pro Systems. Pro Systems Audio, one of Philadelphia's finest audio, video, and lighting contracting firms. By Independence Blue Cross. Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Dynasty Sports Group. And by The Judge Group. The Judge Group. People-powered business solutions.